Week 5 is here. It's the first week of bye weeks, and we are previewing the Thursday night game. No bye week for these two teams. It's the Rams and 49ers coming up. Welcome in to the Statement Games Thursday night preview show. I'm Joel Worth. That is the founder of Statement Games, Mark Salino. Mark, how are you doing tonight?
Doing good. How are you?
Good. I'm all right. I'm still tired because that Packer-Dallas game went well beyond midnight here on the East Coast, and of course I had to stay up for it. And of course they had to go through an entire overtime period to settle nothing. So still recovering from that a little bit, but otherwise I'm good.
That was a marathon, and you said it in the interview. I can't. We hit bye weeks already. That's
yeah. It's week 5. Yeah, that's one thing. The older you get, the faster these seasons go, man.
That is true.
Incredible.
We sound like old farts, and we are old farts, but it's
exactly. Yep.
It's yesterday. We were just kind of doing week 1.
It's October tomorrow, so yeah, it flies by.
That is true. So, what are you kind of thinking about Thursday night over here? As you can hear, my dog barking in the background. So, it's amazing. Every single time you try kind of doing something,
Of course,
you get like a little bit of a distraction. So
yeah, let's bring up the demo for this week. We've got, like we said, the San Francisco 49ers at Los Angeles Rams. 49ers are really beat up. Sounds like Ricky Pearsall's got some knee injury issues, some instability issues. Sounds like Brock Purdy hurt his toe again, and he's going to be highly questionable, if doubtful, to play since they're playing on the short week. I'm leaning. I just want to play the 49ers under because this Rams team is very good. I think right now, if you look at DVOA and the advanced stats, they have the best defense in the league right now. So, and amongst the analytics, obviously Cleveland kind of passes the eye test as the best defense, but the Rams are kind of playing the best. So, I with all the injuries, I think I'm going to lean toward this 49ers under 20.5 team total because I just don't know how they're going to get there if you got Mac Jones and just McCaffrey and maybe Juwan Jennings is even questionable. He says he's going to play, but suffered a shoulder injury that knocked him out. So no George Kittle, obviously, no Nick Bosa. It's just a shell of the team we expect to see. Huh? No, not really.
And it sounds like you're pretty down on the 49ers. So although it's a California kind of game, they're playing on the road, short week, a lot of injuries, a lot of question marks kind of entering this game. So I'm kind of in line with you, which is scary. I don't like it when you and I are both kind of on the same page.
Setting ourselves up for failure. But yeah, this one kind of, you never know. Obviously, it's they play the games for a reason. But yeah, this does not set up well for the 49ers.
It doesn't. But, anytime I kind of take a look at odds and things like that and I see something staring at me like a 0, it just sticks at me. So although I'm extremely optimistic and cautious about making any San Francisco 49ers related picks, when you're kind of getting a 0 in the fact in this particular case, it's the San Francisco 49ers over or under 0 interceptions.
Tough to go under.
Yeah. You just need one. So I'm going to take in the San Francisco 49ers over 0 interceptions as my first particular pick. But I'm gonna make that pick with not necessarily a lot of confidence, but I don't know. Just from a logical perspective, you got to take it. So that's what I'm.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. Obviously, it's a bit of a ball hawking secondary. They're going to have to kind of if they have any chance to win, they're going to have to create some turnovers, get some pass rush. Matt Stafford, obviously not the most mobile guy, so if you can get some heat on him, maybe you can get him to turn the ball over. So, yeah, I don't mind that call at all.
That's why I'm kind of going there. Yeah, let me know.
I like it. Yeah. My second one, I'm going to go Puka Nakua is basically playing at an offensive player of the year level. Obviously, MVPs always go to quarterbacks. So, a wide receiver is never going to win MVP, but he's kind of playing at that level. He's been really the best non-quarterback in the league so far on a basically historic pace. I think I saw his projected numbers like 180 catches and over 2,000 yards.
Wow.
Just crazy numbers that he's putting up so far. But he hasn't really been scoring touchdowns, so I think they're gonna take care of that, and I think he is going to score a touchdown this week. So I'm gonna say Puka Nakua over 1/2 receiving touchdown.
Very good. And you got like a little bit of an eye for this over here. Like, how would you rate Sal's performance as defensive coordinator back in in San Francisco, and how he's got this team playing so far?
I think you have to give him credit, right? Obviously, they're
I
shorthanded.
agree.
Losing
I
Nick
mean, it's a
Bosa is a
completely
big
different.
deal. They lost a lot of talent, a lot of veteran talent, honestly, off their back line. Charvarius Ward is gone. Dre Greenlaw went away. Obviously, he hadn't played much with that Achilles injury he suffered in the Super Bowl, but they lost a lot of veterans there. It's really down to and then they lost Nick Bosa a couple of weeks ago. It's really just been Fred Warner and a bunch of kids in that defense. So, the fact that they've been doing as well as they have, they kind of shut down Kyler Murray and the Cardinals a couple of weeks ago. Uh, really shut down the Saints as well. So, I think you got to give him credit for the job he's doing with a very undermanned and very young defense, to be honest.
And I think for this game over here, and again, I don't necessarily. I like the value that you get with it. And if I was actually playing this on my card, I'm not necessarily sure that I would lock this in as like a number 9 or a number 10 pick. But for the purposes of this show, and I just want to call it out, I don't think somebody like Salah, I think, is just very well aware of Stafford, his capabilities, the wide receivers, and some of the weapons that they actually have on that Rams team. And I think he'll be a little bit more keen to make sure that he does not get beat deep on and lose, big, huge momentums within the game on single plays. So I like Stafford in the game over here, but I think 43 is an extremely high number. So I'm looking at Matthew Stafford's longest pass,
Okay.
single pass play under 43 yards.
I just think that's generally a pretty safe bet in general, right? Unless you're the
Unless you're the
unless you're
Cowboys,
the
shooting at the Cowboys defense.
right or you're the like the greatest show on turf level Rams, but this is not that team. So I think any
Yeah,
quarterback under 43 yards is probably a pretty safe bet. Obviously, with Devontae Adams, Puka Nakua, you got some very kind of elite receivers, but like neither one of them are super deep threats. They're both kind of intermediate guys. So you're not talking like a Jameson Williams take the top off kind of guy. You're talking about a couple of guys who are going to work the underneath levels, work the intermediate levels. That would probably for that to be the over, you'd have to have something where it's maybe a short game where there's a lot of run after the catch kind of thing. So yeah, I think that's probably a pretty safe play.
nice. All right. Well, that's what I'm looking at.
Yeah, I think this is really, really tough spot for the 49ers. Rams playing honestly as well as any team in the league right now. 4-0 or no 3-1. They lost that game to Philly, but
Which was, I mean, I don't think you'll ever see
a game they
something like
shouldn't have
that
lost.
in 50 years of football.
Right? Yeah, they're similar to the Packers in that their only losses are because of glaring special teams mistakes. They're very good on offense and defense. It's just their special teams are pretty rough, and it's cost them a game. It's cost the Packers a couple of games now. So these teams need to. Packers have a bye this week, so hopefully they can get things fixed. But yeah, the Rams are going to need to get that special teams under control as well.
Awesome. So yeah, just on my end, just a couple of additional house cleaning things. Unfortunately, nobody went 9 for 10 with their picks last week. Although we're still very interested and curious to see if we can get some additional testers pushing some buttons within the platform. Definitely some things are actually getting better. I would say, if not this week, but probably next week, we'll be check or changing up the domain of demo.statementgames.com to something a little bit more permanent official because we're kind of
Okay.
in the process of coming out of demo mode right now. If people wanted to test it, you can actually see that StatementGames.com from a content perspective is kind of live, although a lot of the images aren't kind of showing. So if you see anything glaring from a bad end user experience perspective, just kind of as of right now, I'm pretty well aware of it, but feel free to kind of call it out. But yeah, I think the site is live. This gaming platform will be integrated into the main StatementGames.com kind of root URL. So we're making some progress. We just need a little bit more of a UI loving tendon care type of wash up, and then we'll be in a better position to make bigger announcements and hopefully start associating some more cool experiences along with some of the contests that we're calling out. And for as of right now, we're really just focused on the Thursday night game, but who knows where this little podcast will take us.
Yeah, for sure. And like I said, as we get more integrated and more up to speed, then we'll potentially be talking about more of these kind of standalone games in the future. So looking forward to that, and looking forward to the next level of the platform and where things go from here.
That's all I got this week, man.
All right. So I'm Joel Worth. You can find me on Twitter and on Blue Sky at the Joel Worth. That is Mark Salino. You can find him at Mark Salino. That's MARC. With
No K. Got to go with the C.
No K with a C, Salino. And if you're on this platform, if you see any glaring issues, if you see got any suggestions, any concerns, let us know. Reach out.
We'll
to
do
us.
the same thing. 9 for 10 with your picks, $100. You actually need to be subscribed to the YouTube channel. Drop a comment with what your prop pick that you locked in for this game kind of is. And at some point, you're going to have to DM me privately with some type of PayPal or Venmo details if you do win.
That seems like the least of their concerns if they're able to come through on that. Yeah, very cool offer by you. That is very cool. And so yeah, we want people checking out the platform as much as possible. We want to get people in there, break as much stuff as possible, and find out where we can fix things and where we can make things better, and have everything ready to go full bore as soon as possible. So that's it for this week. We'll see you next week for the week 6 already Thursday night game. But thanks for checking out the show. For Mark, I'm Joel. We'll see you next week for the Statement Games Thursday night preview.